All right. Now what I want you to do is when I start doing this demonstration down here, as we go through this list, okay, I want you a little more zoomed in and focus on my hands. Just go ahead and plan on that. Okay, not too close, just, you know, like this. Okay?
Do you want me behind you for a photograph to get the feet?
You can, it doesn't matter. All right, so before I do this, just to set the key, okay, look at the board and repeat after me. You can sit up. Look at the board, repeat after me. 6 points.
6 points.
5 lines.
5 lines.
Now actually, let's don't do it like that. Let's do it like this.
Okay.
Pretend we're in kindergarten. Not kindergarten. Kindergarten. Was Kindergarten, but kindergarten. 6 points.
6 points.
Okay? 5 lines.
5 lines. 4 lines.
4 lines. 5 arch points. Okay?
Rotate foot.
Rotate the foot. Now actually it's like this. It's like boil, boil, toil, and trouble. So it's like this. Rotate the foot both ways. Okay? Pull the foot. Now watch.
Not the finger.
You see that?
You know, it's like I tell Julie at least once a day not to follow so close that when I make a turn, you run into me. Once a day, Julie, back off. Invisible wall, back off. Give me some space. Don't follow so close. Pull the foot. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Change hands. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Right? Got it so far? All right. Circle and pull the toes. Back to this hand. Circle, make it long. Circle, make it long. Circle, make it long. Circle, make it long. You'll make me laugh. Circle and make it long. Okay? Circle and make it long. It's not circle and then jerk the toe like a crazy person. That's not the technique. Circle and jerk the jerk the toe like a you know, it's not it's not a scene from Mortal Kombat. It's not supposed to be a scene of final takedown of Quan, you know, in Mortal Kombat. That's not it. It's circle, make it long. Okay? Circle and make it long. All right? And now press, press, press. Push, push. Look at my hands. Push. Cross, press, change, cross, press, change, cross, press. Okay, one more time. 6 points. 5 lines. 4 lines. 5 arch points. Rotate the foot both ways. Pull the foot 3 times inside, 3 times outside. Circle and pull the toes. Press to feet, press to floor. Notice it says over heel. So when you press the foot to the floor, if you can see the heel, you've twisted the foot. Okay? So when you go to position to press the toes to the floor, you should not be able to see the heel, which means you're leveraging over the calcaneus as your bridge point. Okay? All right, push shin, foot to shin, toes. See, bend toes. So it's not push the foot to the shin, it's bend the toes and push to the shin, as if you could push the toes to the shin. Cross 3 times. Cross, cross, cross. And that the reason I do it this way is to remind you that you're leveraging with both hands always. Okay? So that's the technique right there. Notice how I can do it just sitting. Okay, Jessica. Now, I've always wondered, forgive me, okay, is it Jessica or is it Jessica?
It's Jessica.
Jessica. Okay,
I'm a
see?
valley girl, Jessica.
Yeah, see, it's Jessica.
Jessica.
But it's not Jessica, it's Jessica.
It depends
So-
on who's saying my name.
Yeah,
Is that
okay, all right. I just,
Jessica.
I just wanted to get it more correct. You see? I just wanted to get it more correctly. See, you guys were too embarrassed to ask.
I think I've been doing Jessica.
You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
It's just the name. There's a
Yeah, until you get it wrong. And it's
Yeah.
like, then you get the look. Okay, so I'm back to where I finished, right? I went here, here, here. I finished at the heel. Okay, so off the board, what was the first thing?
6 points.
All right, 6 points starts at the head of the foot, at the ball of the foot. Now what I want you to visualize is, let's say on the bottom of the foot there are 2 parallel lines. Okay? One is just below the arch from the inside of the heel, the pad of the heel, to the ball of the foot, just below the joint where the toe is, where the toe attaches. Okay? That's one line. It's not the arch. It's clearly on the bottom of the foot. Okay? The second one is about the width of the thumb. It's not very far away. Straight below that, like if this was this way, point number 1 is, do you see this little puffy pad right here?
Yeah.
Somebody quick, tell me the name of it. No, right here. What is that part of the foot? What is that? What am I grabbing? You cutie little thing, you. What am I? Oh my God.
fatty part.
Back to school, off with his.
The heel.
Oh.
Okay, I'll make it easy for you. Okay. What is this?
Foot pad.
Say it. Thenar eminence. Yes, yes, sir. Finally. It's like pulling teeth. I'll say because you have a wound that's interfering, some circuitry, something. Reflexology, you know, right? Reflexology. Exactly the same. It's the thenar eminence of the foot. Remember, the foot is the hand is the foot. Like monkeys, but we're not monkeys. But the foot is the hand is the foot. All the parts on the foot, like these are carpal bones, these are metacarpal. This is thenar eminence. This is thenar eminence. They even have all the same names. The parts. Okay? So if you learn a part of a hand, you just learned a part of the foot. And vice versa. Okay? So why do I need to know that? Because the first point is dead center in the middle of that. Just like there's a point here and a point here. There is a point here and a point here. Okay? So 6 points, right? So they're evenly spaced. So it's like this. 1, 2, 3, down, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And how I get pressure on it, first of all, I cannot be concerned with looking. Why? Because if I'm in the right place and she's in the right place, there's no way I can see the area of the body I'm actually touching. So even if I stare at here and bend way over, can I see what my thumb is on?
No.
No, of course not. Even trying distorts my spine radically. So why try? Right? Now, I keep my arms straight as I can. That always means with a slight bend. I keep my thumb tucked tight to my hand so that the energy is conveyed from my arm as directly to the thumb as possible. And the way I make pressure is by what? Rocking. 1, and it's a rolling thumb. So when I go into this thumb, the end of it is this little raise where I just, a little tilt in my wrist, a little raise in my wrist. So it's like 1, 2, it's strong. Watch how far her head moves when I push on these points. 2, 3, you see her head moving? 4, 5, 6. You see how it moves up a little bit every time that's because that's how much pressure I'm putting on the points. okay? And I work all 6 points 3 times. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, just to be helpful, if I raise her foot, so you can see the bottom, can you see it? If you can't, you're going to have to move. I'm sorry. Move, move. Move. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. That's a trick. It's an evil trick. It's an evil, artful device. It's one way I can tell you if you learn this from me or from a book.
Okay.
Guess what? All traditional teachers do that.
On purpose.
On purpose. It's like weaving the fault into a Navajo rug, and where the fault is tells you the clan, the person who made the rug. The fault. And see, someone who's just trying to copy the Navajo rug, they either will leave the fault out or they'll put it in the wrong place. And someone who's knowledgeable can look at the rug and instantly know if it was made by a real clan person or not. How about that? No, that's Chinese. It's not Navajo. How do you know? Because A, there's no fault, because the Chinese would look at the rug and think that it's a fault, a slip. Somebody made a mistake, and they would correct the mistake. And because that mistake had been corrected, any person in that clan would look at it and say, it's our pattern, but it wasn't made by us, obviously. Is that in Thai systems? Oh, you bet. You bet. See, I just say the quiet part out loud. Maybe sometimes I'm not supposed to, maybe. But someday I hope you'll be teaching, right? So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This you can feel. This is up under the arch. You can feel. This is right in the joint of the big toe, which you can feel. This is right on the inside edge of the little toe. This is right up against the outside edge of the foot, and you can feel that outside edge of the foot right there, okay? You can feel that. This,
I felt it.
yeah, they're all acupoints. Whereas the 6th point is, I find the first point is straight toward the floor, and that's where the point is. Okay. Now I was teasing just a little bit. However we teach the points, the order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, starting here, or starting here, or starting here, or starting here, it doesn't matter. Technically, see, that's how we get to have fun, because everybody always wants to know, well, do you go this way or do you go that way? And so on the book we just say, yeah, go that way. But do you go that way? Always? And the answer is no. It's 6 points. You work each of them 3 times. I don't care if you start on 1 or 6 or 3 or 5, as long as you work all 6 points 3 times. I know, see, I shoot myself in the foot because I give people choices and then they make their own mind up how they're going to do things, and it looks completely wrong. I get to say that because I'm a teacher. All right, but you understand, right? 6 points. Okay, stay. What are you doing?
I don't want to be a muffin.
God. Okay, let's let her watch. Somebody else. First person on the mat. She thinks I'm going to push harder. She's probably right. She's probably right. Okay, so we did puja, warm up, did a really good warm up. See, did a really good, don't take all day, but don't cut the corner either, right? So we did a warm up, we came down, we did the little wiggle. I want to see some nose action, right? And then we did our 6 points. Now, again, don't be too far back. All right, is that camera still going? Yes. Okay, good. All right, don't be too far back. 1, 2. Now also notice this. As I push in, what does her foot do?
Rotates out.
Opens.
Say it.
Externally rotates from the table.
Pressing the floor.
It flexes and rotates, but it flexes, right? See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do I hold the points? No. It's literally back to the walk-in thing. One thing about Northern style, if you're really good at it, you don't stop. You just keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? Still that little? You see that little? Okay. Don't exaggerate. It's just tiniest little bit is enough. Okay. Sometimes just the tiniest little bit is a good spice. Okay. 4, 5, 6, and then guess what I do after 6 points? Warm up again. On the foot only though. Palm walk out and palm walk back. And then we do this between every step. So what's not here, the line between all of these steps is warm up the foot again. So 6 points, say it.
6 points.
Warm up.
Warm
Warm
up.
up.
5 lines.
5 lines.
Warm up. 4 lines.
Warm up.
Warm up. 5 arch points.
Warm up.
Warm up. Do you get it?
Yes.
Okay. Now repeat. Now say this after me. When in doubt,
When in doubt,
press it out.
press it out.
In the Northern style, you can never do the warm up too many times. You can never palm press it out and back too many times. When in doubt, just start palm pressing. Just press it out. If you can't remember what to do in a position or step or body part, just mush the heck out of it. It's never wrong. That's a style. That's stylistically Lanna, right? Recognizably Lanna. In the Southern method, they don't do that. Only in the North. Okay? Now, what was next? 5 lines. Now, dead center in front of the heel, where the point of the calcaneus is from this angle. Not the back of the heel, but the bottom of the heel, bottom inside. So we have a callus here, and then just where it starts, right here, that is very important loam. That's an acupoint, okay? So we start there, and again, I'm going to push in, I'm going to circle, thumb circle, and then I'm going to thumb press out to the little toe. I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to go like I'm drawing an imaginary line from that point out to the end. And when I get to the little toe, I'm going to reach around, I'm going to grab it and give it a little squeeze and twist. Don't pull. Then I'm going to come back to the heel. Don't walk back, go right back to the heel. And I'm going to go press, press, press. It's 5 points. Press. And now that leads me to the second toe. So each line terminates at a toe. That's why there's 5. Okay? Now I get to the second toe, but I don't want to bend over and look to find it. What I do is, watch what my fingers do. You see this?
Yes.
Just like a guitarist finding the next string, I just pluck up and I'm on the next toe. Do you get it? And then I go to it and give it a squeeze and a twist, just like this. That's the technique. Just give it don't circle, twist and squeeze. Okay? Come back to the starting point, that first center point. Now we're going to toe number 3. So press, press, press. How many points? Press, press. And now I go boom, boom, and I'm on toe number 3. So I grab toe number 3, okay, and twist and give it a little squeeze. Go back to the starting point now, toe number 4, line number 4, press, 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 press. Toe number 4, just kind of go to the outside and twist it and squeeze it. Okay? Line number 5, okay? Circle, press, press. Now I'm back up under the arch. I'm actually crossing over some of those 6 points that we did before. So technically, we're working some points more than once. Like a lot of times people go, well, didn't you already work on that point? And the answer is yes. Some points we work more than once, and we work them from different angles. Press, press, press leads me to the big toe, which I give a nice big squeeze and a twist, right to the end of the toe. Okay, and then what?
Warm up.
Warm up.
So do you only circle that first?
Not circle, twist.
No.
Twist.
Heel when you go back to begin the next line.
Oh, it's thumb press and circle.
Circle each time.
Thumb press and circle every time. And watch it. It's press,
Yep.
circle out,
Circle out.
go.
Go. Okay.
Press, circle out, go.
Okay.
Okay? If we're going to get specific, which is fine. Okay? Ba ba ba. What's next?
4 lines on the top.
Say it. Say it.
Four
Four
lines.
lines.
All right. Take the feet. Bump them in. Square them up. Okay, again. Take the feet. Turn them in. Square them up. You don't have to go that hard, but you want the feet square up and down, because the point I'm working is dead center on top of the ankle between the tendons. Dead center on top. So it's press, circle, and now we work between the toes. Okay, let's go out first. So it's push in, and this thumb pressure is called a shovel. So before I was doing a straight push and a circle, or a straight push with a wrist lift to make a rolling thumb, but this technique is not a rolling thumb, and it's not a straight press. What it is I keep my arms up a little bit, and I go in. See how I lean in to get pressure? You're going to feel a deep aching pressure if I'm in the right place. And then I circle out, and then finding the groove between the metacarpals, I scoop in. See how I'm doing it? Until I get between the little toe and the fifth and the fourth toe. And then again, I squeeze and twist the toe. Okay? Come back to the ankle. Make sure again, if she turns out, she's like me a little bit. I think that's a martial arts gymnast, that's a natural inclination, is people who naturally turn out end up doing better in those sports, right? Other people have to struggle with it. Sometimes they injure themselves trying to turn out,
Yeah.
right? Okay, you know that's true, right? All right, so circle, and now we do the next line. Takes us between the next toe, twist, go to the next, make sure the feet are up. Don't get sloppy, you know, letting those feet turn out. Don't get sloppy. If you have to every time pick it up and turn it in, just grab it, pick it up and turn it in. And then we do the next line, okay? And then we come back in, press and circle, and then we do the fourth line all the way between the big toe and the next toe. And again, we twist that, but now instead of doing a line for the big toe, I just grab the big toe and give it a squeeze and a twist. And then what's next?
Warm up.
Warm up. Palm press. Press it out. You can say either way. You say press it out, because it's not the whole warm up, is it?
No, just press.
Right? And see how I just kind of go to it? Just kind of do it. Just knock it out. Okay, what's next?
5 arch points.
5 arch points, bottom.
Say it. 5 arch points. 5 arch points. 5 arch points. Okay? So, you're up. Let me have someone else so you can watch. Anybody? First person on the mat. Okay, fine. This time. Okay, come close. Well, obviously we got the first clue, which is their arch points. Okay? Now, the first 3 that I'm going to show you actually have anatomical landmarks. The other 2 do not. So 1, 3, and 5 have anatomical landmarks. 2 and 4 do not. Okay? So what are they? 1 is, first of all, clearly, like if you think of the arch, okay? And the beautiful thing about this arch is it flexes actually in more than one direction. Okay? It actually lengthens, and this is a flex, but it also can twist. In other words, see, look at that. So I can twist it, okay? But I can also flex it, open it. So I can open it this way, and I can rotate it this way. So what you do is you're looking for where those stretch, elongation, or flex occur. So they occur, first of all, at the beginning and the end of the arch. So the beginning of the arch, and it's not on top here, and it's not on the bottom. Think of about a 45-degree angle coming out of the arch. So not straight on top, not straight on the bottom, but actually on the arch, but on the angle, the diagonal of the arch. All right? And you have to visualize this. Why? Because once the foot flattens, that's on top. Okay, with pressure. Once you put pressure on it, it's not on the bottom anymore. Look. Now it's toward the inside bottom. Now watch what happens when I flex the arch. Well, now it's on top. Okay? So that's why we have to sort of visualize the mechanics of it a little bit. All right, but anyway, I talked about thenar eminence. That pad, the first soft spot in front of the heel on the arch. So we call that the base of the arch. The base of the arch is that point right there. It's the same on every person. Every person has a thenar eminence, and in the middle of that muscle, at the bottom of the arch is where the point is. Okay, that's point number 1. You with me? Got it?
Yes.
Pretty clear? Okay, now point number 3, because I got to give you 1, 3, 5 first. All right, point number 3 has an anatomical landmark. Works like this. All right, everybody has an arch on the top of the foot. Right? This knot, look at your foot, find it, that sharp point on top of your foot, it's a little spiky spot on top of your foot. That is also an arch. See, we have one under the foot, and we have one on top of the foot. They work together. Okay? However, the top one is a landmark for the bottom point. So watch this. If I take my 2 fingers, all right, of the hand that's working, so I would be using my right hand. So I take my right hand, like Scout's Oath, okay? And I put those 2 fingers, and I capture the top arch between them. I just frame it. So right there, and look. And if I imagine taking my thumb and just pop between my fingers, find the arch. I have it between these 2 fingers. Watch this. When I push my thumb toward the opening between my fingers, I'm in a point on the arch. That is the point. And if you press it a little harder, you can see it's an acupoint. Because you'll get, one way to tell is if you're on the point, you get a dull, aching, throbbing pain. Like a deep kind of dull, aching, throbbing pain. Just like I can squeeze this all day, it doesn't do anything for me. But if I get at the proximal junction of the first and second metacarpal and I steer it into number 2 and now give it a squeeze, my arm might feel like it's going to go numb up to the shoulder. That means I'm in Hoku. Okay? Just squeezing here all day is not Hoku. Because why? It's not doing anything. I don't feel anything. Okay? Who doesn't really understand what I'm talking about, that feeling? Anybody want to just volunteer for a second? Let me show you. Just come here. Yeah, just come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Give me your hand. It doesn't matter. Everything's going to hurt.
Good.
It doesn't matter.
Go for it.
Okay, so if I go here, you feel that?
No, I just feel your nail.
No, but you feel, but I'm squeezing in there, right? You feel that? And a lot of people will do this and say, oh, it's the headache point, that's point Hoku. And actually, that's not true. You have to feel where the 2 finger bones come together, framing like a V at the top of your thumb. So you feel one bone on this part of your thumb, and you feel one bone on this part of your thumb. That's how high you have to be on the hand, okay? And then you have to mirror image that point with your index finger. It's not just the thumb, okay? So then, once you get in here, you start to squeeze, and then you turn it into the second bone and squeeze. And then you'll get that little ache, okay? And that's how you do it. But you got to actually feel the bones to be in the right place. And then it's not both of them equally. Once you find them, get in there, top and bottom, you steer it toward the second one. And that puts you on the point. So here, fingers, frame the peak of the foot. Visualize you're going to put your thumb, boop, between the fingers, boop, like that, boop. And then when the thumb comes in, boop, you're on it. Dead center in the middle of the arch. Okay? So that's point number what? 3. Now, point number 5 is where the arch meets the base of the first metatarsal. Okay? Big toe bone. So you feel there's the pigeon egg of the toe bone, and if you're a dancer, former dancer, or something like that, then of course that joint is hypertrophic and it's always bigger than it should be. That's, by the way, a dead giveaway. You get a hold of someone's foot and it's a pigeon egg instead of a toe joint. They used to dance, or they used to do so, regardless of whether they admit it or not. Okay? Because that's how you get that hypertrophy. Unless it's an older person, and then they can get arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis in the joint, and it'll swell up too. So yeah, there's an exception. I'm just saying a younger person. Yeah, and gout will swell it up. We talked about that. All right, here we go. Now, so right here I can feel I'm in the ball of the joint, right? It's more round than not, I can feel it. But that's not where I want to be. I want to be in the crease between that and the arch. So I'm up against the ball, but I'm on the arch. Okay? Now, where are these fingers here for placement? The top, feel the joint on top of your toe? Can you feel a little bulge, the top, on the top of your toe? Well, these fingers frame that, but now instead of being square to it, which would put me up here on the joint, I'm on the arch. Remember, these are 5 arch points. So point number 5 is the highest point you can actually physically touch and still be putting energy into the arch of the foot, okay? And so that's point number 5. Great, so far so good. Where's 4? Where's 2 and where's 4? 2 is, see, that's why I'm
Always find joy in the smallest of things. That is what we found in you. Oh, 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 you are joy. Never give up when the going gets rough. Hope is everything you need. Oh, 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 you are hope. Oh, 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 you are hope. Don't forget you're not alone. The Holy Spirit wants to guide you on. The journey, child, will never end once your heart's been marked by a love for Him.